Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wicked Art. It's Wicked here, and it is Tiny Tuesday. So, that means that we are going to be drawing geared towards a more younger audience, but that does not mean you cannot follow along and practice. Alright? There's no shame in it. Whether you're an adult or a kid, this is good practice for you. So, what we're going to do is feed my need to draw Spider-Man all the time. So we're going to draw like a Chibi Spider-Man. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a circle. Okay, so we're just going to sketch that around. Get ourselves a nice little circle here. Okay, I'm going to come back to this side right here. Okay, and as I come down, we're going to kind of curve out just a tad. And we're going to draw the rest of the shape of his head. Okay, I'm going to sharpen this end out here. And we're just going to connect in the middle, right in here. Okay, we're going to kind of use this to help us draw a center line to our face, just like that. Okay, and this kind of connects to Monday's lesson a little bit. We can come in here and draw the shapes first of the body. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to draw in a chest shape here. Okay, and then we want to kind of come down into the body. Maybe put a little bit more of a curve to the back. Kind of arch it this way. And then that way we can go from here and just curve right on out. Like that. Okay. So now we have our body in there. We're going to draw, let's do the arms first. I'm going to come up in here to the head, like right underneath, right here at the corner. And come out and draw our shapes again. That. Then we can come in on our wrist right here. Little tiny little curve to it. Okay. So got that broke down into sections there. Right. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to start building out the hand. Okay. So I'm going to come out and build a shape here. And then without touching it, I'm going to curve this way, like a smiley face type shape. And then get the other part of my hand right here. Then I'm going to clean up the inside like that. Okay. Now I'm going to come from here. I'm going to stretch out my thumb. And we'll do one more right out here. Okay. And then I'm going to come down here to this area because we're going to have his fingers like he's shooting his web. And close that back. And we're going to do one more right here. And then we're going to round out a finger just like that. And then let's run by this one. It's going to be a little bit shorter. But we'll just connect that down that way. Okay, so now I can come in here. I can draw my leg shapes. erase out parts that wouldn't be seen, like that. Okay. Then I'm going to draw a little cylinder right here. Let's bring that leg out right here. Okay. And we can just draw a little cute Spider-Man foot. Doesn't have to be super detailed. Just seeing the bottom of the foot. So we're going to kind of curve in, curve back out type of deal. No super detail on there. Okay. And then we're going to come to the other side. Okay, so we want our line to run across from here, like this. Then we can draw another leg this way. And let's close off, just so we have shapes for now. Okay, I'll come down. Again, we'll get a little cute Spider-Man foot in here. Don't have to be anything fancy. Okay, then I can clean up inside these areas right here. Okay, and now we want to do the back arm. Okay, so we're going to come out and make a cylinder that way, like that. Okay, we can come make another one by going this way. Let's make this a little bit thicker, like that. Okay, then we'll come out, curve in. We want to get our thumb shape here. Something like that. And we can curve fingers back. This one should be a little bit taller. As we go back, just disappear into the background. Okay. So now we have our body constructed. All right, now we're going to come in here and we are going to get a rough shape of our eyes for our Chibi Spider-Man. Okay, so we're going to come and connect it right here. Then I'm going to come to the other side and we're going to do the same thing and turn that out that way. Let's just bring the head out a little bit more. We'll just clean up inside the eyes. Get rid of this little center line. Goes across that way. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to solidify and refine. And then I'm going to do the same right here. Right? Now, with Spider-Man, we do have the thickness around the eyes. So what we're going to do is down towards like this area here, I'm going to leave like a slight little tip. Okay, and then I'm just going to thicken up the outside of my eyes. And then as I come back to this area, we want to have a slight curve back. Okay. Like that. And then just continue it down towards the front. Okay, so I can thicken up this area a little bit more. I want to kind of keep it consistent or the same. So we want to kind of even it out a little bit. Okay. And we're going to take this one back. And we have that there. Okay. Now, next thing I want to do is we want to work in that webbing. So let's just take our line and refine this one. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to refine my head by just going over it, making it nice and dark, so that I know that those are my final lines for my head. And then I can just clean up the sketchiness around those lines. So it looks a little cleaner. Okay. Same thing down here on the face. I'm going to get rid of this bottom one and clean out that area there. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to come from here and go back. Then we're going to come here and go back that way. Okay, now here towards the center of the face, right here, we're going to make this kind of shape right here to represent that center point on the mask. And I'm going to draw a line out and another line out. Okay, and then I am just going to work my way back with the lines and what we would see. Okay, so let's bring this one down here a little bit, like that. Okay, then all we have to do is just curve in our webbing. Make sure we leave a pretty even amount of space between the two. Okay. We're going to come down here at the bottom and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to space out our webbing. And now we have ourselves a little Spider-Man head. I'm just going to re-refine that line there. Okay. So now the next thing I want to do is we want to keep this shape here for the red and the webbing and the glove, but I'm going to disconnect and just leave the shapes in there. Same thing with this pinky. Just going to disconnect here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to refine all of this with the arms. Okay. Now if we remember, The way his arms are underturned, it's going to be mostly blue. So what I can do is I can start going ahead and we can add the webbing on the fingers. So think of it like drawing a circle all the way around each part. Okay, do the same thing on top here, just like that. And then for hands, it's this area is going to be a little bit different. We want to kind of take our line through on the side. And then just put in our webbing where we can. Okay? Now if you wanted, you could start from like right here and put some webbing on the side of the arm there. Okay? Now I do want that kind of same thing down here to the body, so like right down here, just before we get to that middle section. We have part of the suit that comes this way and then builds itself out, so we can refine that there. And we can do the same thing here and just have that build up. You can just refine that, and then I can erase that inside part there. Okay? So what we'll do is we're going to come right here and draw ourselves a little head. Just make it black. So think of it like an oval or egg shape. Okay? And I'm going to come out, draw a little spider body like that. Okay, so right here from the center, we're going to draw two short legs like that and come out, and we'll draw two long legs like that, and then we want to go reverse. Okay, so I'm going to come out this way, draw me a long leg, right, and then I come in here and draw me a short leg like that. Okay, now next thing, we're just going to draw a line straight up the center and on the sides, and we're just going to evenly space them out. And again, we just draw our webbing. All the way through. I'll leave a decent amount of space because you don't want too much going on. Okay, so we have something that looks like that. And then from here, just draw little lines in like that on the body. Okay, well, same thing with these hands out here. I'm going to come in and I'm going to draw that webbing right there. And I'm going to do the same thing on my fingers. Okay, so I can go ahead and refine those. All right, same deal. We're just going to draw a few lines. And we will just put the webbing right there on the arm. Okay. Now from here, we got the boots already made out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and refine. The outside edge. And come here. That way we'll just go ahead and have it done. And then we can clean up all our sketchy lines. And those will be nice and solid. Then we can just run a line down. And run one more at the back here. And again, we'll curve our webbing through. Like that. Same thing here. We want to draw our lines down. And run our webbing. Maybe squeeze in one more right up there. And then for the bottom of our foot, we're just going to give the impression of the bottom. Okay. And I'm going to refine that. And we're going to see this part of the arm. So let's web that up real quick. Okay. Now I'm going to do my part where I like to go in and thicken up the outside edge. And this again, you don't have to do this, but it'll help you if like your plan is to use like colored pencils or markers afterwards. That way you won't lose any of that line work on the outside edge. And think of it like a guide to keep you inside the lines. Okay? So while I'm doing that, again, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed. I want to thank all of you guys who are watching these and learning and actually going through step by step. You're going to love the way your artwork will improve over time, and eventually the goal is for you to be way better than me, because you're going to learn stuff on your own and be like, I found an easier way or a better way. And that's the whole point of this. It's not to be like me, but to take what you learn from me and be even better. I have no delusions that some of you out there probably draw better than me, but you just like participating and learning different ways of doing things, and then you just pushes your art to the next level, which is awesome. Okay. So we're gonna just continue around, and if you notice, I'm just sticking to the outside edge. Okay, we're almost done. It's going to continue around. Alright, so if you have any suggestions for Tiny Tuesdays or any of my videos, please leave a comment. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, feel free to stop by anytime and subscribe so you can get more videos and some art tutorials, alright? Other than that, I hope you guys are having fun. Thank you to everyone who's been subscribing recently. It's been awesome. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one, so keep sketching. Alright? Bye.